Welcome to an introduction to Spelling List 9. I'm going to give you some hints to help you remember the words. Let's start with some sounds. Now you know the sound can be spelled several different ways, so let's look at two words that have the sound and hook them together to help us remember. Let's look at birthday first. Notice it has the IR sound, and bird. The bird was so excited for his birthday that he just couldn't sit still. He would just squirm and squirm and squirm. Have you ever been so excited for something that it was hard to sit still? Think of the bird who will squirm because it's his birthday. All right, so we're going to attach squirm with birthday. Both of those have the IR. Let's go on to another sound that says world and word. Excuse me, world and work. Yeah, word does too, but it's not on our list. Now, world and work both begin with W, and they do not have IR because what is that sound? WOR, were in worms. So, world, WOR, and today, on Monday, when you write your spelling words, remember you're going to be circling the special sounds and marking the vowels. I'm not going to show you all of that here, just giving you some hints. And work, so both of those have the WOR sound. Let's see, is there anything else with No, that's all. There are some words with R in it, but that's it for the sound. Let's look at some words with oi. Now remember, oi can be spelled two ways. It can be spelled OY at the end of words like toy. There, we've got it right there. And then we've got several with OI, and that's in the middle. So let's find those words. Noise and point. Notice they're both in the middle. So that shouldn't be too hard as long as we remember that rule. Let's see. We've got some words with OO. It can say or oo. Let's look at the words. We've got football and we've got stood. Both of those, and bookmark. So all three of those words have the sound. Let's look at the one that says ooh. Loose. Now, this is like when you think of having both of your front teeth loose at the same time. And maybe some of you are missing or will be missing or have already been missing both front teeth at the same time. That helps us remember that loose. I have a loose tooth, said the gator to the goose. Maybe the moose had a loose tooth. Moose and goose also have those double O's in the middle. Loose. Think of those double O's in the middle for loose. And the S just sounds like an S, and the S is bringing along a silent E at the end. Now, I don't want you to confuse that with the word lose over here. That's a sight word. This one, the S sounds like a Z, and it looks like lows or los, but it's lose. I hope we don't lose the game. So I'm going to put a frowny face. When we do lose, we should not lose with the frowny face. We should be a good sport. But sometimes we feel like that inside. And basically that's because we're sad for ourselves, which I understand, but we also need to remember to be happy for the other team. And hopefully when they lose, we don't want them to go around and being grumpy and mad at us, do we? I hope not. So we need to be good sports, but I'm putting a little frowny face there to help us remember what the word lose means. Or maybe I might lose my money if I have a hole in my pocket. Lose. So we would be sad if we put something in our pocket and then it were to get lost. So this one means to get lost. So it has a totally different meaning, although it looks so much like this one. This is when something is just loose. It's coming loose. It might get lost, but it's not lost yet. It's just loose. All right, and this one is lose, to be lost. So they're very, very close. So when we write sentences this week, be sure that you write a correct sentence with the meaning on those. If you need to go back and ask your parents, then do that. Because when I say it or your parents say it for your spelling test on Friday, if you don't know the correct meaning then in pronunciation, then you're going to maybe write it in the wrong place on your test, and therefore it would be wrong. Now, let's see. We have several compound words, and we're going to see crosswalk. We have a crosswalk at our school, right? And we haven't used it as much this year because we've been mostly in our classroom, but we always have to be careful. It's there to help us because the cars come around the corner and they might not see us. And we've got birthday, which we already talked about, and we've got bookmark, and I think already know how to spell book and already know how to spell mark. So most of these compound words should not be hard for us. We've got football. And we know that A-L-L says all in ball. Let's look at another word that's a little bit tricky. R-I-G-H-T, right here, right. Do you use your right hand to write with? Some people do. Did you get the right answer on the test? That is the correct spelling for this. Now, I did use this other word, R-I-T-E. That is not on our list. Do you write? Right. I just did it. Right? I was writing. You see how interchangeably those words are? So this word is not to actually write. No. It is, I got the answer right. I use my right hand. I catch the football with my right hand, or hopefully use both hands so it doesn't get fumbled. Right? Okay, so remember it has I-G-H in it, that special sound, I in night. Let's see if there's anything else before we go. Aha. On our sight words, which you do not have to circle the special sounds in when you're copying your spelling words today. You've got wear. Wear. This is not wear, like I wear my uniform. By the way, you don't have to wear a uniform when you're at home. Isn't that nice? So it does have the word here inside of it. So you can think of, where are you? Here I am. So if you know how to spell here, like here I am, H-E-R-E, all you have to do is put a W in front of it and you have the word where. And you notice it does have what in whale, but we don't need to worry about that. We just need to memorize it as a sight word, but knowing it has what in whale is helpful. This one looks like the two vowel rule, but it is actually the word live. Sometimes it can be live though, all right? So for the test, I will let your parents use it both ways for you. Live, I will live in a greenhouse. Live, I saw the program live on TV. All right, so it can be pronounced either way, live or live. And there's another one with I-G-H. So I put my right hand high. We can link those two words together. I put my right hand high. And remember that both of them have I-G-H. I hope this is helpful. Write those words very carefully this week so that you can do well on your test. Get them memorized well so that you can do well on your test on Friday. Goodbye.